What can I say about David Williamson that hasn't already been said? Maybe that I'd climb him like a tree, that I'd treat him like if I was a monkey and I wanted that banana, if you know what I'm saying. He is legitimately a living legend in our craft, and today what I thought I'd do is I'd look at a performance of his doing a cups and balls routine. Now, it's not about the cups and balls. What it is about is David Williamson and his ability to connect with an audience. He's very much like Bill Malone and very much like Leonard Green in that he hides a lot of his mastery of magic and sleight of hand underneath this chaotic, goofy goofball of a character.
2 steel cups. Just hang on to that, Brian. 2 little rubber bowls and a magic wand, which I just happen to have right here. We'll use this one. A magic wand. Now, both of the little rubber bowls are both exactly the same size, as you can see, Sandra. Especially this one right here. And you can squeak it if you like to prove that it's man-made rubber. Oh, I'm sorry, it was this one. Pardon me. Oh, maybe it was this one, if you don't mind just squeaking that. Oh, Sandra, I'm so sorry. You fell for the oldest gag in the world.
Ordinarily, a magician comes out and talks about the history of the cups and balls and then goes into it and then does the standard diverting routine. Not David Williamson. He has this guy hold a suspiciously big bag and then he's fumbling all around. He grabs a weird magic wand. He's just fumbly and bumbly. But much like the clown, everything is deliberate and everything is very rehearsed. I give the example of the clown because really the art form in clowning is making it seem like you're stumbling and bumbling, but really everything is connected, everything is methodically rehearsed. And here he goes into the introduction of his cups and balls routine. He makes one cup pathetically pass through the other, and then he goes into a little bit with the participant, just making him laugh, in this case with a squeaker. It seems to me like David Williamson is of the belief that cups and balls is essentially the ending. It's the final load. So between the introduction of the cups and balls and the whole premise and the final load is just nothing but good entertainment, which is what he's providing here with the squeaker and going back and forth with the participants. And you're going to see it builds up until the ridiculous ending that only David Williamson could pull off.
That's my gullibility tester, and you passed. That's a whoopee cushion for a mouse. That's what that is. I'm sorry. You can squeak that if you like, Brian. Yes! Oh, man! You'll fall for anything. See? She's not laughing with you. She's laughing. Ladies and gentlemen, the mystery of the cups and bowls. I wave the wand over the bowl and it becomes so small that it vanishes. Once again, watch the ball as it vanishes at the fingertips thusly. Like that.
Now, I'm absolutely no one to point out the fact that David Williamson has chops. The man could perform. And you notice that the moment he starts getting into what is a standard cups and balls phase, everything technically is perfect. His false transfer is perfect. The way he grabs his wand, the spin, the movement, everything is absolutely clinical. And as a magician, there is nothing more annoying than seeing something like this, because you see him stumble fucking throughout the beginning of the performance. And then once he gets to the magic portion, it's immaculate. It's perfect. You see his sleight of hand is absolutely flawless. It's that juxtaposition that really makes him such a dynamic performer, and you can't help but look at him. See that false transfer? Immaculate. Then he does the wand spin without ever even remotely having the possibility of dropping that wand, despite his fumbling all around in the beginning. You know that technically this guy is an absolute master. He does a false transfer again, and he's very patient with the participants. He waits for the laughs. He really wants them to have those reactions be maximized, and he's willing to wait in order for that to happen.
Oh, and they reappear in the cups. You lift this one, I'll lift that one, just like Siegfried and Roy, you be Roy. All right, yeah. That's supposed what I want you to do now, Sandra, is take the magic wand, tap the cup, make the ball vanish, and jump into the other cup. Yes, it's a miracle. Unbelievable, but true. Wait a second. Here's the secret, folks. There's a small hole in the bottom of the cup. It's true, and you can actually push your finger through there if you like. Oh, got you again. An old gag. Look at that. But anyway, into the pocket, under the knee, through the top of the cup, lands inside, snap the fingers, denders too. Anyone can do this, even you, Sandra. If you don't mind taking the magic wand, tap the magic cup, and the ball will take the wand if you don't mind. Tap the cup, put the... Take the wand,
And this is a perfect example of parody, what we talked about in a previous lesson with Tommy Wonder, where he states that if you want to have parody with an audience, the first thing you want to do is you want to show them the original first. And here, he does a perfect parody of the actual cups and balls effect with this elongated sequence. He does one or two maybe traditional actions with the cups and balls, having it go from one to the other and then having it pass through. But that's where it gets into a completely different spin. Here's where he squeezes entertainment value for something that is traditionally done, very mundane with the balls and the cups, and it's very clinical, and he manages to add a spin to it. And here ties in what I said earlier. Even though it seems like a chaotic sequence where he doesn't even know where he's going next, everything is perfect. Everything is methodical. Everything is clearly rehearsed and very much planned, even to where it seems like it's being ad-libbed.
And tap the cup, hit it hard. Don't be afraid to smack it. Well, yeah, just hammer it like that. That's okay, I can buy another one. And show the people, oh, great, now do it again if you don't mind. No, not the same one, the other one. Tap that one. That's good. Unbelievable that you, here, put it back in the bag. Put it back in the bag. No, thank you. Watch it, look out! Watch it. Be careful with this. That's dangerous.
The best way that I could describe that ending is fuck it. Fuck it. Why not? Oh, you want one lemon under the cup? No, you're going to get 3. Oh, you think 3 is going to be the limit? No, how about 100 and they fall from the roof? The lesson to be learned here is twofold. Firstly, check out the PigCake Magic Academy, the home of over 1,500 videos going over card stuff, coin stuff, everything you need to become the best magician you could possibly be. Not the best person, but the best magician you could possibly be, all for the low price of a single White Claw a month, which, by the way, is just $5. $5 and you get access to all those videos, and I'm always uploading new and exciting content. And secondly, is to have fun. Keep in mind that magic by its very nature is magic. It's fake. It's supposed to be entertainment, and too many people take it way too seriously. And even if you do decide to take it way too seriously, just realize at the end of the day, what you're doing are magic tricks. And while everything here might be rehearsed and clinically methodical despite its appearance of absolute chaos, it's still entertainment first. It's still the audience's experience first. You could put all the attention and crafting and care in the world to really put in a routine where, oh, I'm going to do this and then the gallop move and everything is going to be absolutely immaculate and perfect, and the audience isn't going to remember you because you're doing magic masturbation. You're essentially performing for yourself and showing them that you happen to have spent, 25 years wasting your life. Whereas here, they're going to remember this guy. They're going to remember David Williamson. They're going to remember the performance, and they're definitely going to remember this moment. I know it's ironic, especially in a routine where he produces about 200 different lemons from a bag and from the ceiling, and then 3 from the cups, to say less is more. But less is more. If you look technically at what he's done, the cups and balls phase was maybe 2 or 3 phases. It wasn't this elongated sequence with different moves and reminiscent of the Di Vernon routine. It was actually very fair and very brief and to the point. There was no fat in any of that sequence. Everything was cut out. And you could kind of take this and extrapolate this for things like Ambitious Card Routine, which I think is a perfect example of magician masturbation, where the participants understand what's going on after 2 phases, and yet you continue to do it over and over again. Just because you have this opportunity of performance, you might not necessarily know if you're going to perform again, if you're doing it socially, if you're doing it professionally, of course, you have no excuse whatsoever. But it becomes this thing where it's redundant, and the participants feel that. Not only does less is more have them wanting more, but it also allows for clarity of effect. In this case, the cups and balls, in my opinion, is that final load. So why not make that the focus of the entire effect? And in this case, he makes it the entire end, and he makes it over the top with the lemons being dropped from the ceiling. Honestly, it reminds me of when lemons were dropped in my face. And by lemons, I mean my uncle's lemons. And by lemons, I mean his balls.
I see you again, when 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 I see you again.